Cocoa Beach, and he's with us here on Mad Dog Unleashed. Hello, Paulie. How you doing today, pal? What's going on?
I'm good, Chris. How are you?
Fine, Paul. I'm okay. How you doing? What's up?
Hey, 3 TV shows. I don't know if you ever watch. If you have Amazon Prime, have you ever watched The Man in the High Castle?
I have not.
Okay, that's like an alternate history thing where Germany and Japan won World War II. It's pretty interesting. You may like that, and they take over the United States. You may like that.
Boy, that's weird. Really? Wow.
Yeah, it's interesting how they
sort of like glorious bastards when they killed Hitler in the sort of something like that.
Well, no, it's just how Germany and Japan conspire against each other, and like I said, they have control of the United States, and there's still like a little resistance in the United States. Like I said, but I know you like history, so you may want to check that out.
Yeah, all right, that's one. What else? Go ahead.
And then HBO, I don't know if you ever watched The Wire, but that's fantastic.
I've heard that's very good. I haven't heard it. I've heard about that one.
And then even though it's fantasy, and I know you're not into that, but watch Game of Thrones. It's fantastic. Again, both of those shows are fantastic.
Yeah, I can't get into the Game of Thrones. I have heard about The Wire. You're not the first person. Why? Now, did you watch Breaking Bad?
Of course. No, I watched it twice, and I love Better Call Saul. It's great. So yeah, I mean the second time. I actually enjoyed it the second time around that I watched it more than the first.
Why is that?
Why
was that?
Oh, just the nuances and watching him change again, and just how he just becomes. It's not but it's like he's so.
No, don't tell me. I haven't seen it. Don't spill it. I've just
how literally he's like crapped on his whole life, and how what season are you on right now with Breaking Bad?
Season 4.
So you know how he missed out on the opportunity to make the millions in the tech company, and how he feels so underappreciated as a high school teacher, and just how he sees how he can be. He puts himself on top where he thinks he belongs. Unfortunately, it's through the meth trade, but it's just the transformation, which a lot of guys want to be the. I'm sure when you started out, you wanted to be the best radio host. You are. So I understand. Like I said, it's twisted that he's evil, but it is what it is. Like I said.
So you would put Breaking Bad, though. Make a long story short, Paul. You would put Breaking Bad up there with the all-time greats, correct?
Oh, absolutely. With The Sopranos, with All in the Family, with MASH, with Mary Tyler Moore, it's definitely top 10.
Yeah, I mean, I look at it differently than I would look at MASH and Mary Tyler Moore, because it's a drama. They have a lot of advantages. Good call, Paulie, because they can use the language, they can do anything they want. No commercials. I mean, it's a different theme. While those other sitcoms did it in 22 minutes, and they had to go through censorship and what have you. So I don't compare them to those kind of shows. I compare this to to the series that you see on television that you have, whether it's on AMC or Showtime or HBO, that has a lot of freelancing. And that's what I compare these shows to. Mike is aboard. He's with us here in Cape May, New Jersey. He's on Mad Dog Unleashed. Mike, good afternoon. How are you today? What do you have for me?
Doggy, I'm doing well. How about yourself?
All right, Mike. I'm not bad. Thanks. What's on your mind now? Fire away.
First off, your review of The Darkest Hour. You, my friend, are on thin ice critiquing anyone's patterns of speech.
Meaning, yes, that's correct. Hard to understand me, too. I mean, I understand that. I get it from that perspective.
Very thin ice.
But let's call it like we see it. It is very, very, very difficult when you get there. It is very, very difficult right now if you watch The Darkest Hour, the speech deal with Churchill is hard. It's hard. Now, I'm sure I'm hard too, but it's talking quickly, and I went through speech therapy for that for years. I'm sure it's tricky for folks out there, but I think the Churchill thing, and that same thing goes, by the way, for Dunkirk, because they used a lot of the British, a lot of British actors in that too. Very, very difficult to understand. Very, very thin. Very thin. All right. 2 hours ago, we'll just take the calls. I did? I'm kidding. Lots to do. I'm going to come back and do a little Steve Kerr and get you involved in that. Stick with